We're going to walk you through today the residential app. We're showing you on a computer, but the concepts are the same on both the iPad tablet as well as the Toshiba Thrive. Benji will be issuing you a login. So today we're just going to be using a demo account so you guys can see the functionality. But you'll be able to log in with your username, and you can elect to just remember me so you only have to do it once. As soon as you log in, you'll be presented with a screen that shows you the training manual. So what we've done is we've broken up the training manual into sections and chapters, and so on the left hand side you can navigate to any of the specific sections within the training manual, or you can just scroll within the training manual. So the training manual is ever evolving, but it's important for you guys to understand it, to get more information in regards to the packages, the benefits, the equipments, along with each of the providers. So as soon as you've started into your sales approach, you'll be clicking the sales tab within the tablet. So the concept of this is that we're walking you through the sale and keeping it pretty simple for both you and the customer, so that you can walk them through the sale, understand what their current setup is, propose a new setup, and explain what the benefits and features are of the new system. You'll see that this is broken up into two parts. One is kind of this detailed view of the application. The second is kind of a summary view. Up in the top left, if you click the button with 3 lines across it, you'll see all of the steps in the sales process and what their response is to it. So we're going to go ahead and hide the sales summary. We're going to walk you through a sale. I'm just going to kind of give a sales pitch, sales approach. If I were to walk to the door with the tablet, I may not start with the tablet in hand, entering in any of the information. That may be a little bit intimidating to any customer, but I would ask the 3 simple questions of, I saw that you have that you don't have a satellite on your TV. What service are you currently running? And they say, we're running cable. I say, well, how long have you been running it? Yeah, 2-3 years. How many TVs is that on? They say, 2 or 3. So then what I would do is I would kind of gauge their interest, and I'd say, would you mind if I input some of this information? Again, I represent both Direct and Dish Network, and I like to see if I can save you guys any money. Then I would pull out the tablet device and I would answer or input the responses they gave to the questions you had. So let's say they had cable. How long have you had it? We've had it for 2 years. We're running it on 3 TVs. The interest level is used more just for you and a manager so that you can measure at that point what their interest level was, but it's a simple sliding scale from 0 to 10. Not necessary, but could be a valuable tool for you and your managers. You'll click next, and then it asks you a little bit more about what their current setup's like. So how many TVs have HD? We've got 1. TVs with DVR, we've got 1. And right now within the cable we just have a basic and premium. Kind of the difference between those would be if they have a digital converter box or if they're still just using the analog system. So we're going to go ahead and say they have premium, and then it asks what premium channels they have, and then on cable right now it's just a sliding scale for what price they're paying. So you would ask, how much are you paying for your cable television? Well, yeah, $95. So you'd slide over to $95. And as soon as you've entered in all of that information, those basic questions, we're proposing a setup for you and the customer. So they told us that they had 3 TVs, so we're going to propose 1 HD DVR and 2 HD receivers. We're going to say that we want to get you into the Choice Extra package. We have the premium channels and some of the other options. At this point, you can change or alter the processing fee. So you can click on it, and today we're going to do your processing fee only at $50. And so what we've done now is you are able to show them their monthly totals and their one-time totals. This monthly total is their 2nd year pricing. If you take your finger and you swipe across the price, it shows you the 1st year pricing with all the rebates. So $61.99 and $50 one-time fee. So if they want to understand what the $50 is, let's say for example that you get them set up with maybe a couple more receivers, and their price starts going up. So you've got 5 receivers, you can click the one-time total or the monthly total, and it'll show you what exactly the monthly price breakdown is and what the one-time price breakdown is. So let's go ahead and take that back down to 3. One of the other features in this is that you can double click on a receiver, and it will show you a little bit more information about that receiver. It will show you a picture of it, the number of recording hours, and an MSRP, so you can kind of establish what the value of that is. You can just click off it to hide it. Also with the packages, what we've done is if you double click, for example, if you double click the choice or any of the packages, it brings up a channel lineup that gives what the channel number is, what the channel name is, what package it's included in, and it kind of just goes from there. So you can scroll through this. You can even email it. So if you click email, you can enter in the customer's email. And it just shoots this over, and then they can do some comparison between the packages. So we're going to go ahead and close that. Through the sales process, you say this is what we're proposing. It's going to be about $86.99, and then this is really where the sales pitch comes in, and you helping them understand what the value is and what the features are that you're giving. So on the left we have their current setup. Mr. Customer, it looks like you're paying about $95 a month. With our proposed setup, we're going to do 4 TVs, Choice Extra. We're going to do 4 of those TVs for free, 4 DVRs. And your total is going to be $86.99. So right out of the bat, it looks like we're saving you about $10 a month. So it's going to be a pretty good deal. But actually today, what we have is some promotions going on, and I'm able to offer you certain promotions like 12 months package discount and HBO Showtime Cinemax Stars free for 3 months. So then it kind of takes away that price, and so they're still looking at their current setup, what they're paying, and then what their proposed first-year pricing and second-year pricings are going to be. So if you've got a first-year savings of $309, your second-year savings is $96, and then we show them a total 2-year savings. So you say, $405 over the next 2 years, we're going to be able to save you as a customer when you sign up for this new service. At that point, you want to get into the next pitch or next part of the pitch, which is, we've got a couple of times that work for our installers. Let me go ahead and look in the system. As soon as you click next, it pulls up 2 times for today, 2 times, and then for the next 2 business days. So we're kind of trying to create the sense of urgency of, looks like I've only got these appointments available, and get them kind of going. So the other thing that you can do on this proposal page, if they're not locked down or you can't get them to move to the next process right now, is you can email the proposal to the customer. So you just simply click the email proposal, enter an email address, and it just emails over this proposed setup, showing them what you're proposing, the cost, and that sort of thing. So let's select a time. We're going to do Monday at 11 a.m. and then we go into the customer's actual information. So we're going to add job Steve. Let's do Steve Jobs. Enter in a phone number. Enter in an email address. An address. Cupertino, California. And this is where you can tweak. And if some of those times don't work for the customer, you can say, well, let me see if I can get you something different. You can select and propose a different time. You say, let me try to get the office to do it at 11:30. You can even select a different install date. So if they do want to do it out past those 2 days, you're able to tweak it. And then you're able to leave any notes. This customer is awesome. Please take care of them. So, and as soon as you filled out all this information, we hit submit. And if you want, you can get the customer to sign, and then it confirms. As soon as the confirmation happens, there's two kind of paths that take place. One is if you're connected to the internet, which is what we're going to be doing moving forward with all of the sales reps. It automatically gets transmitted over into the Gemini system, and then an alert or a notification is sent to the CSR saying this lead is available for you to qualify. Please qualify. At that point, the CSR will take the phone number, call the customer, so call the customer's home, begin qualifying the customer. So they'll enter in the information, the rest of the information into a Gemini. They will receive the credit card information, which doesn't get transmitted through this app. They'll receive the social security number over the phone that's not transmitted through this app, and then they'll finish qualifying the sale. So they'll call your customer and say, looks like Scott was at your house. Let me just verify what I've got. Your first name I have is Steve, last name is Jobs. This is the address. This is what we're proposing as the install time, install date. This is the setup. We're getting 4 TVs, 1 HD DVR, 3 HD receivers, and they'll walk through the rest of the qualification with the customer. At this point, you're probably still in the house. You're still working with the customer if there's any issues with getting them qualified. And then really the most important part is that you have the relationship. So we want the CSRs to be calling real time to your customers. 2 more things that I want to show you. So that's kind of the sales process of how it works, what the idea is around it. And again, we appreciate your feedback and input in all of this. There's 2 other parts that I want to show you. So the one is the analytics. So this shows you all of the conversations that you've had and all of kind of the sales flows that you've done. So you can see on here, I've had a lot of conversations, and if you want to see any of the details of the conversations, you just click the blue arrow and it shows you what the response was. So what this does is through your sales process, you're able to track everything that the customer responded to, what you were proposing, what your pitch was, all of that. So you can see how many conversations you've had this week, how many you've had this month, and then again what the activity on the month and week is in hours. So how long you've been interacting with the application. The last thing that I want to show you is the reports. So we've got right now a customer status and a payroll report. So you're able to look at a customer and you're able to say, over the last 30 days, these are the customers that I had in the system. Barry Christensen, Randall Crosman, Jan Barney, Casey Wallace. You're able to see the install date and what the status of that customer is. So if for any reason there was a customer who didn't get installed, it would show as not scheduled or canceled or pending, so that you have a real-time view into your customer base and you're able to see what's going on, why things aren't working, what you need to do. And then also we've got payroll, so you're able to see the same thing with how much I got paid for Barry Christensen, what I got paid for Randall Crossman. So I'm excited for you guys to get out and use this and give us some feedback and help us make this better. So make it a great day. Thanks, guys.